Greetings humanity from all around our world. We are anonymous. A Facebook post, allegedly written by an anonymous member from Ghana, claims that the deadly Ebola virus is just an invention, and that people in the United States need to know what is really happening in West Africa. The anonymous member wrote, "People in the United States need to know what is really happening here in West Africa. They are lying. Ebola, as a virus, does not exist, and does not spread. The Red Cross has brought a disease to 4 specific countries, for 4 specific reasons, and it is only contracted by those who receive treatments and injections from the Red Cross. That is why Liberians and Nigerians have begun protesting, and kicking the Red Cross out of their countries, and reporting in the news the truth. Now bear with me. Most people jump to depopulation, which is no doubt always on the mind of the United States when it comes to Africa. But I assure you, Africa can never be depopulated by killing 160 people a day, when thousands are born per day. So the real reasons are much more tangible. Reason 1. This vaccine-implemented sickness being called Ebola, was introduced into West Africa, for the end goal of getting troops on the ground in Nigeria, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. If you can remember, America was just trying to get into Nigeria, for the Boko Haram bullshit, but that fell apart, when Nigerians started telling the truth. There are no girls missing. Global support fell through the floor, and a new reason was needed, to get troops into Nigeria, and steal the new oil reserves they have discovered. Reason 2. Sierra Leone is the world's largest supplier of diamonds. For the past months, workers have been on strike, refusing to provide diamonds, due to the horrible working conditions, and slave-like pay. The United States will not pay a fair wage for the resources, because the idea is to keep these people surviving on rice bags and foreign aid, so that they remain a source of cheap slave labor, forever. A reason was also needed to get troops on the ground in Sierra Leone, to force an end to the diamond miners' strikes. This is not the first time this has been done. When miners refuse to work, troops are sent in, and even if they have to kill and replace them all, the only desire is to get diamonds back flowing out of the country. Of course, to launch multiple campaigns to invade these countries separately would be way too fishy. But something like Ebola allows access to an entire area simultaneously. Reason 3. In addition to stealing Nigerian oil and forcing Sierra Leone back to mining, troops have also been sent in, to force vaccinations of the deadly Ebola poison onto those poor innocent Africans, who are not foolish enough to fight an armed soldier. 3,000 troops are being sent in, to make sure that this poison continues to spread, because again, it is only spread through vaccination. As more and more news articles are released, as they have been in Liberia, informing the populace of the United States lies and manipulation, more and more Africans are refusing to visit the Red Cross. Troops will force these vaccinations upon the people, to ensure the visible appearance of an Ebola pandemic. In addition to this, they will protect the Red Cross from the Liberians and Nigerians, who have been rightfully ejecting them from their countries. Reason 4. Last but not least, the appearance of this Ebola pandemic, should Americans not catch on, will be used to scare the countless millions into taking an Ebola vaccine, which in reality is the pandemic. Already they have started with stories of how it has been brought to the United States, and was appeared in Dallas, how white doctors were cured, but black infected are not being allowed to be treated. All that will do is make blacks strive to get the vaccine, because it appears that the so-called cure is being held back from blacks. They will run out in droves to get it, and then there will be serious problems. With all we have seen revealed about vaccines this year, you would think we learned our lesson. All I can do is hope. Because they rely on our ignorance to complete their agendas. So ask yourself, If Ebola really was spreading from person to person, instead of controlled spread through vaccination, then why would the CDC, and the United States government, continue to allow flights in and out of these countries? With absolutely no regulation? Or at all? We have got to start thinking, and sharing information globally, because they do not give the true perspective of the people who live here in West Africa. They are lying for their own benefit, and there are not enough voices out there with a platform to help share our reality. Hundreds of thousands have been killed, paralyzed, and disabled by these, and other new vaccines all over the world, and we are finally becoming aware of it. Now, what will we do with all this information? We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. To the United States government. When will you learn? All that is dark will surely come to light. Expect that.